Alright, what is going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want us to discuss HEX. Can we see 25 cents? So leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this kind of quantitative hybrid technical analysis on the HEX charts. Be subscribed by the end of the video if you aren't by now. Let's go ahead and analyze these charts. So there's this point that I found to be significant that we reached on June 16th of 2021, and significant because we bounced off of this level. This is a daily chart, a daily line chart for HEX, and when you place a horizontal array at that point, you see why I think it's significant, because not only did we bounce off of it here to form our local top, but we held it as resistance on June 30th, 2 weeks later, and we dipped one more time, forming a higher low compared to our previous low a few days prior, and bounced above this level, and now it looks like we're testing it as support. We've closed plenty of candles above it. If we switch back to a candle chart, you can see it's a little more muddled by the wicks, but for the most part you see what I'm talking about, right? Bounce, break beneath it, hold as resistance even with these wicks here, and then break above it, and now we've been holding it as support for the last 1, 2, 3, 4 days, and now we're on our 5th day, which is still holding above it. So if we can continue to hold above this line, which is 8.4 pennies, I think there's a great chance we see a continued move and start targeting these levels like 10 cents and above, which leads me to the question, the title of this video, right? Can we see 25 cents? Now, I'm going to throw us back. I'm going to throw us back to a prediction that we made a while back, which we didn't really give a time frame for, to be fair, but let's try to give it one now, okay? So let's not extend that right line and say at the point of breakout, which let's assume it was around here or so. Let's just leave it with candles, right? Around here or so, and breakout from where? Breakout from our ascending triangle. So you could place it here, or you could also place it around here somewhere. Let's actually set them to the same level, and the target times for these are anywhere from July 9th to July 13th. Now it's a bit quick. I don't know if it's going to play out that quickly if we were to see something like 11 or 12 cents, but remember that we've doubled technical targets in the past a few times. I've outlined them plenty of times on this channel, one of them being the ascending triangle back in September, October of 2020, and the second one being actually this bull flag here, which we formed and doubled our technical target of 3 cents up to 6 cents. So it's happened twice, which is why I'm thinking maybe we double our technical target, and instead of hitting 12 to 13 cents, maybe we hit 24 to 25 cents. So that could happen in theory by July 13th, although I agree that's a bit quick, but we've seen price run up quick in the past, like this move here. So given the kind of slope, I mean, we can take a bars pattern of something like this, for example. I'm just kind of looking at the slope and saying that it's kind of similar to this point in time. So maybe July 17th, if we are to have a significant bounce, maybe we could see these levels of 12 or so cents. How long would it take to continue on farther to hit the 24, 25 cent region? I can't say for sure if it would be a straight shot or if it would be, maybe we get rejected by 10 cents. Who knows? Maybe we start forming something, a different bullish formation where we come up to 10 cents once again, get rejected, maybe find support again on higher low, and then we move on and maybe we hit these levels in August. So depending on how long price wants to hang out and consolidate around here will probably dictate how high we go and how long it takes. But for the most part, things are looking good because they're calm near all-time highs. That's generally a good sign. Okay, consolidation near all-time highs. So there are a few different charts I wanted to look at. Right, the first one being quarterly ROI. I want to touch on it from a slightly different angle than we have in the past, where at what point in the quarter can you tell if it's going to be a good quarter or not? Well, this is not a perfect science, but if you look at, say, day 36 37, I was gonna say, day 38. If you look at day 38 of any of these quarters that we've had in HEX, and we've had 7 full ones. By day 38, if price is 2x from the beginning of the quarter, generally speaking, it's a good quarter, right? You see that. So all of the quarters that were above this 2x level at this point in time, day 38, were this purple curve, ended at a 4.6x, which was last quarter actually, right? We have the green curve, which ended at 3.4x, and we have the rest of them, which is the red one ended at 4.7x, and the orange one, which ended at 7.7x or so. So by day 38, if price has doubled, by day 38 of any given quarter, if price has doubled, generally speaking, it's been a good quarter. So that would mean that by August 8th, right? By August 8th, 8/8, if by 8/8 price is, what would that be? Doubled from the beginning of the quarter, 10% away. It'd be like 15 cents, right? If price is 15 cents, if each hex is 15 cents by August 8th of this year, then it's likely we end up, on average, right? It's likely we'll probably end up at 30 cents by the end of September. So we'll see. If by August 8th we're at around 15 cents, then I'll be even more bullish and say, yep, we're going to hit that 25 cent mark, and we might even blast a little past it and hit maybe something like 30, 40, 50 cents, depending on market structure, general market sentiment, what excuse me, whether Pulse Chain is launched or not, amongst a host of other things. Funny enough, liquidity is one of those things, and if you check out the thickest liquidity pool, HEX USDC on Uniswap, well, this is V3, right? So it's not the thickest liquidity pool really, but it's one of the thickest. You can actually check V3 USDC 36%, V2 USDC 48%. So not the majority of the liquidity, but plenty of it, right? HEX USDC, quite the thick pair here on Uniswap V3. You can see that liquidity is pretty much increased. This is July 7th, so what? This is June, and this is May. Okay, so this is, I think it's like a 90-day chart or something. I wish they had a little more clarity on that x-axis, but yeah, we've seen liquidity increase very nicely on V3. You could argue it's migrated liquidity from V2 over to V3. That's some of it, but some of this is new liquidity. There's HEX on the sidelines. Excuse me, my voice is cracking today. I drink more water. There's HEX on the sidelines, ready to be deployed as liquidity. Maybe whales trying to lock in higher prices in general. So as price goes up, I think seeing increased liquidity makes sense in terms of dollar value, but as well as new coins that want to lock in that sort of that rate at which the coin is trading at a higher level. So on the HEX ETH pair, you see a similar thing. Now, if we want to reduce the reflexivity of HEX related to ETH, right? If we don't want HEX to move when ETH moves as much, because you might think ETH is going into a bear cycle, short term maybe, but a bear cycle nonetheless. If you think that's the case, then you might want to remove your liquidity from the HEX ETH pair and move it over to the HEX USDC pair. If you look at the distributions on each, then this is the HEX USDC distribution, and this is the HEX ETH distribution. The HEX ETH distribution looks more like a bell curve, whereas the HEX USDC distribution looks pretty flat and with just the sort of little spike between, the majority sitting between 8 and 9 cents. So I would encourage you to migrate your liquidity from the HEX ETH pair to the HEX USDC pair if you want to see a more stable HEX. Just my 2 cents, right? Not financial advice, just a generic disclaimer for this video, but I do want to point that out. So just to finish off the vid real quick, let's check up on how we're doing versus BTC. Beautiful. We're outperforming. We're at the point in time where Bitcoin was barely recovering from the depths of this what is this, like 100-day bear market? Actually, almost a year long if you consider it from the very peak to when we started coming out of all-time highs, and it's actually like 600 days. So it looks like we're outperforming, definitely outperforming. You can see it normalized here that we are about 2.6x better than Bitcoin at the time when it was only 580 days or so from launch. So we'll keep an eye on this. Our HEX versus ETH pair looks pretty good as well, where we're outperforming that one as well at 19x outperformance, so very nice. And we continue on. Both of these charts predict much higher prices, as you can tell, into the future. Whether the shape of that is down here, up, down, up, whatever it is, right? If it oscillates through overperformance, underperformance, or if it just hugs the curve perfectly, or if it just overperforms, regardless, these are all painting a clear trend, which is up and to the right for both HEX ETH and HEX BTC. So those are all the charts I had for you in this video. Thanks again for watching. Leave a comment letting me know what you think. What's your favorite chart? Do you have any thoughts that I haven't pointed out in these videos that you want me to share with the community? I'll leave them down below. With that said, subscribe, leave a thumbs up, help the algo, spread the video, spread the channel, spread the word, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.